Welcome to the Geek Swarm YouTube channel. I am Michael.
I'm Fee.
And on today's episode, top 6 favorite D&D monsters. Let's begin. Fee, number 6.
I'm gonna start off with my number 6. It's gonna be Rust Monsters. That's right. Classic. It's mean. It's very vicious, especially at low level. It's easy beat. But if you have any metal on you, bye-bye. They're gone.
Yeah, that can really hurt a low-level party, just going into a dungeon and encountering one of those. And if it takes the fighter's armor, ooh.
Yeah, so that's why I always like Rust Monsters, just because it's a classic.
Yeah.
So, my number 6, Rust Monsters.
Good choice, good choice. All right, my number 6 is orcs. These are one of my favorite monsters to usually end up at the beginning of a campaign or a good adventure because there's so much stuff that you can do with them. The different armies they can have different types of orcs invading. It's usually always a staple in any of my campaigns, or especially like low level adventures. Orcs are usually always around.
Yeah.
And it's just become a staple, and they're pretty cool to play with in different armies and different stuff like that. So yeah, my number 6 is orcs.
Nice classic one.
Yep.
So my number 5. My number 5 are giants. I'm going to put all the giants in there because I always like giants because they're just huge, heavy hitters, and they can really mess with a party pretty much any level. Because once you get hit by giants a couple times, woo! You near-death experience, because there's nothing you just beat with brute force. But that's why giants are so great. I like using them anywhere, and even if you think you're way up there, you're simply the best, if a giant gets you with a crit, yeah,
lots of damage.
Yeah, so that's why giants are fun.
Very good. My number 5 is the succubus.
I wonder why.
This was one of the very first big bads when I very first started playing D&D when I was young. My rogue stole something from a succubus, and she was after me a lot throughout the adventure. So and just the art, I like looking at
yes, the art.
Yeah.
That's how you do
not
it.
just about
the
that
art,
but there's a lot of cool art for it. And in fact, in one of Jacob's last campaigns, succubus was she's the one that developed the pact for my warlock and gave me my powers.
Sure.
So,
and no love for incubus.
Nah, I don't like that band really. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So on to number 4.
Yes, number 4.
My number 4 are mind flayers, because I always like the look of them with all the tentacles, the mix match machine, the aliens, and what they are, and then the fact they have power psionic strikes, because you don't prepare for that. Most parties don't prepare for anything that attacks your mind. So I always like the mind flayers.
Yeah, there's no AC for, well, there's probably magic items that could help you, but generally speaking.
Yeah, there really isn't. You make a will. You say, oh, and most of the fighters are really weak on will. That's why I like a character like this that can be sneaky and then also be very vicious.
That's a good one. That's a good classic one too.
Yeah. What you got for me?
My number 4 is the Bowler. This is my favorite demon to use when the characters start getting a high level, depending on what they face. That's usually the big demon that I pull out. Bowlers look cool, they're amazing, they're giant, they got those wings, that flame whip. It's just cool looking, and I always like to use it. Yeah, it's pretty intimidating demon to go up against. I always like laying down the miniature right there on the table. Bam! This is what you see. This is what's coming after you. And everybody's like, okay.
Then you tell them it's all an illusion.
Oh, no.
Illusion.
So
I just believe the Valor.
So number 4, the Bowler.
So for my number 3 on the list, and then it had 5 fingers out there. 3. My number 3 is the Tarrasque. The Tarrasque is huge, is legendary, it's freaking hard to kill. The Tarrasque is ridiculous. Like all the steps you have to do just to try to kill one. And they're just like rampaging monsters that just goes through anywhere and don't care.
Have you ever faced a Tarrasque?
Nope.
In any of your games? No? Me either.
I don't know, actually, might have faced one time. We drove it away, but we didn't kill it because it's nearly impossible to kill a Tarrasque.
Yeah, I mean, the closest we've got is going into what was left of an area after a Tarrasque came and attacked it.
Yeah.
But I haven't faced an actual Tarrasque. So,
Yeah.
but yes, I do know it is one of the hardest creatures to kill.
So,
Good choice, good choice. Very good.
what do you got?
All right, my number 3 is the Beholder.
A classic one.
Yes, just floating around, one eye, all those little eye stalks where they have different rays that they can shoot out, a death ray, they could freeze, they could do this cone that cancels magic. I mean, they're just cool, and they're very deadly depending on what they want to do and what they use. When my daughter came over to get in a campaign and joined us that Jacob ran, she played a wizard, and we ran into a Beholder, and it just canceled out her magic. And she's like, all right, what do I do now? I'm like, run.
Steady, steady. That's what you need. That's what you need a good fighter.
Oh no, she's part of our group.
That's what you need a good fighter.
Yeah. No, they're just cool. They're classic. I like having Beholders as like masterminds, like Xanathar. So, number 3, Beholder.
Yeah, that's why they got their classic name of the Eye Tyrant.
Yeah.
All those eyes. Okay, so we're on to number 2. Talking about another mastermind. My number 2 are Liches. Liches, pretty much, because they were great wizards who wanted more power. So they went through and the process became a lich, so they lived forever. So they're powerful spellcasters. They are, because they were powerful spellcasters. They have massive intelligence, so they're great for villains, for at the beginning in anywhere, and they're just so hard to kill sometimes. Because anybody who plays D&D, you know, spellcasters are usually the top level villains in anything. So you have a mortal spellcaster, man, witches are rough. What do you got?
All right. My number 2, you can't have D&D without dragons. You just can't be.
Are you sure? You can't just put "and"? Is it Dungeons and then just stop right there?
Yeah, it's Dungeons and Tarrasque. No, see, don't.
No one,
don't fit.
no one wants to play Tarrasque every time.
So, yeah, dragons are my number 2 because, I mean, they're just cool. Breath weapons, they can fly around. There's different types of dragons. There's good, there's evil. Depending on what color, they have different breath weapons and different tactics, the way they do things. The way they interact with people are different. There's so much that you can do. And it's a staple. It's Dungeons and Dragons. So you have to have them.
I agree with you. I agree so much that my number 1, as we get to them, are dragons. Because they are so integral in D&D, in Dungeons and Dragons. That I have them at number 1. Because not only are they're also like ancient spellcasters, as well as being strong and have multiple attacks. That's why I put them at number 1, because they're smart, they're intelligent, they're also very arrogant. And also, the best part, if you defeat one, they always have a lair with so many stuff to get.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know why you put them number 2. You don't respect them enough.
I do respect them enough. That's why they're number 2. But
who's your number 1 then?
My number 1 is Liches. It seems our 1 and 2 got swapped around.
Yeah.
So my number 1 is the Lich. It's my favorite big bad to use because they're always after something. And if you go after them first, you have to go after their little phylactery.
If that you can find it.
Yeah, if they have that, because that's where they have their soul stored. So you have to go find that. If you truly want to kill a lich, you can stop them, but to truly kill it, you have to go through that first. They have all this different magic power because they're undead wizards who just want to learn more. So the stuff that they could know or could learn or could master, I mean, it's all whatever you want to use for your game. Plus the look, the art is just so cool on the different liches that they have. Like they're always cool in their robes with their, you know, skeleton face, all the different magic items that they have on them. I just really like the art, and I always like using liches as the big bad.
Yeah. There's a bunch of liches that even like started nations in other like countries because they're so bad. So
yep.
So that is going to be our top 6 D&D monsters.
Yes, top 6 D&D monsters. I am Michael.
I'm P.
Thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments what your favorite D&D monsters are.
Yeah, give us a comment on there and tell us which one, if we missed something. There's something obvious.
Oh, there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we missed something, let us know.
And these are our opinions, just our top 6. So
yeah, and Mike is wrong. That's fine because we know he's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
All right, thanks for watching. Later.
Peace.